Hi everyone, and welcome back to SGDA's Summit for 2025. We're currently with Encore, our first game to showcase for the Student Game Showcase for 2025. I'm Jason again, the president for SGDA, and Anuj, if you'd like to introduce yourself and the team.
Definitely. Hey folks, my name is Anuj. I'm the webmaster, as mentioned during the opening ceremony, and we're here with the team from Encore. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. I'm Nyela. I was the lead producer for the game. I also did the UI UX design, as well as a bit of programming.
Awesome.
Hello, I'm Lainey Harding. I was the art lead, sort of co-producer, and sort of a background head narrative designer for the game.
Hello, I'm Caleb Young. I was the programming lead for the game, and I also helped with the art implementation.
And my name is Monica. I was an environment artist for the game.
Awesome. We'll go ahead and get started with the game. Let's take a look. So, one thing that appeared to me as really striking when I played this game first was the art style. I'd like to ask, why did you guys end up going with this art style and this kind of different types of art styles?
Yeah, you got it, Lainey.
Yeah. So that had sort of a dual, like a functional reasoning and a narrative reasoning. The narrative reasoning is that you're going through a sort of this terrifying warped place, and you sort of both fit and don't fit within it. So everything that's sort of moving and alive looks different than this incredibly detailed sort of beautiful background. Meanwhile, you're this sort of sketchy, undetailed, out of place thing moving through it. And on a different sort of functional level, it's both meant to make the animation stand out from the backdrop, to make sure that you know where you're going and you can be guided in a way that feels natural, and also to make some stylization with the animation easier, to be able to make something look actually terrifying within the story, without overloading the animation crew with these really intense details. It was really important when we were going through that things looked very shadowy, and that you never quite saw the monster all the way.
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
As well, since I was working as an environment artist, so I kind of did the two environments that you saw so far. Like Lainey said, we were drawing a lot on little nightmares or limbo for the art style, kind of making everything more in shadow and stuff like that's very big and imposing. Since your character is supposed to be very small, we kind of wanted to give it that claustrophobic sense almost.
Awesome. Sorry, I think I was trying to figure out this puzzle, and I was like, huh.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it can take a while.
I'd like to ask, what was your favorite part about working on this game? Imagine that it probably was, there were times and tribulations, but I'd like to ask, what did you like about working on it?
I think for me, I did the animation for the main menu, as well as the UI, and I feel like that was the first time I was able to really do animation for a project this big, so it was really cool to learn all the tools and pipelines for that.
For me, it was really fun messing with the art style, because the programming being just normal platforming, implementing the scale and everything was more of the challenge. So it was fun doing something that paired really well with the style that we were given.
For me, it was definitely concept art. I had a lot of fun coming up with ideas, and then also trying to restrain myself to ideas that were realistic to implement, kind of working within the borders, but still making broader concepts. I had a lot of fun with it.
I think for me, definitely the funnest part was working in a team. I thought it was really interesting being able to work with other artists as well and kind of communicating with each other to try to get our art styles pretty aligned with each other. I think we ended up doing a pretty good job because we ended up having like a very cohesive aesthetic throughout. So that was definitely a great learning experience.
I definitely agree with that comment of like one of the really cool things about this game when I was playing it was just everything looked really like you can see the enemy over here who, if I step out, will cause me to restart, still looks in the style of our main character, and the backgrounds all look like they're from the same house. So I was really impressed and just it was really cool. As speaking as somebody who is not an artist, especially, I don't know how y'all do it. What were some of the things that happened during the gameplay or during the development of the game? Are there any features that you guys weren't able to get done and are interested in trying to implement in the future, or did it turn out about how you expected?
Yeah, I think one thing I really wanted to like add in terms of like the art style was having a foreground and background just to make it feel more immersive. But I think we just didn't have the time to add all of it in. But I feel like it still looks pretty good for what we were able to get done. Yeah.
Oh. Ah.
Yeah, I think also we wanted to add a different enemy type that was like smaller and faster.
Okay.
But it was a bit hard trying to figure it out programming wise how it would like move around because it's really hard to program AI in games. So we wasn't able to really figure out how to do that and make it different from our current enemy type.
You can say that again. That's something that I can speak a little bit on.
We definitely did want to put more like with the AI in the game, but we were humbled with realizing what experience we didn't have. So it was interesting trying to figure out what we could do with what we knew.
Oh, run! Okay, hey, buddy, you want to leave me alone, please? I beg you. There we go. Thank God. Well, I did my best. That's what's important.
Yeah, this level was a lot harder at the beginning because there was the light boundaries were a lot less forgiving. We had to really reduce like the sensors, and even now it's still kind of difficult.
I think when I first played the game, the shift, I didn't know that there was a sprint in the game because the tutorial pop-up hadn't, like, I think I completed the level too fast. And so I was like, how do you get through this section over here? With
Yeah.
the lights on the left. I was like, that feels mathematically impossible. And it was, if you don't sprint.
It was also interesting having to have the lights turn on and have the hitboxes work correctly, especially for the swinging one. Trying to time those things correctly was a learning curve for me on the art implementation side.
Because also I imagine like this game was made in, I believe, Unity, from what I saw the executed. Unity is a... I thought that I get blocked by the sandbag. My bad. Unity is very fun a lot of the time. It always works the way that you expect it to and never changes. This is a joke. Help me.
Oh yeah, the amount of times that I booted up the game to work on it, and one of the lights just stopped working was always fun.
I feel like another big issue was making sure everything looked crisp in the game because it would look fine when it wasn't in the game, and then it would look like blurry in the game. It was, yeah.
I remember when I was working on a Unity project for my capstone, they had this thing where it defaults to a lower aspect ratio look, so everything looks more crunchy. And and my team and I are like, why does it look good normally? But like when we put it in the game, it has this issue. And then I saw that and I was like, okay, so why is that on by default?
Yeah, I had to manually change the ratio.
Oh. Dang, okay.
That was interesting.
That was an edge case right there.
Yeah, I had to manually change the ratio for every single art asset. It's really funny that that's the default.
Yeah, we'll go with funny. Oh, okay. That was my fault. That was my bad.
You know, I feel like for this level in particular, you have to be very patient because I would do the exact same thing. I would just like rush through and then get killed. And I was like, you know what? Let me take a pause. Let me slow down.
Let me wait for this. Let me wait for this guy to walk past me. Be patient, as my mom likes to say.
Mhm.
Are there any features that you guys are planning on adding in terms of like future development? Any sort of new levels, new enemies? Any plans that you have for the future?
No, at the moment, we talked about it like earlier in the year, but we realized we wanted to kind of focus on school and other projects because I feel like we got a lot done with this, and this is a good like portfolio piece. I feel like.
Absolutely. I am having a lot of fun with it. I was like, this is very. I think that level with the person looking through, I was like, this is really cool. That art style and like the way that you guys were able to make it kind of seamlessly flow together was very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, she's not here, but Evelyn, our level designer, did a really good job with all the levels.
Yeah. Also, our character animator JonVincent, he did a really great job at all like the character animations with both the main character and the enemies, as well as our main villain, the Ballerina.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I need to go through. Oh shoot! I fully almost lost there. That would have been unfortunate. Uh-oh. I don't know how I feel about that. That's it. What does it say? I can't read it.
Every time I got a new like animation to implement from JonVincent, it was like a little gift. I couldn't stop watching the loop.
They're so pretty. Like there's just the
so
walking
pretty.
Animation itself is like the little like pause in the sway is so good. I'm
Yeah,
like, I want to be like this guy.
he's very snazzy.
Exactly. We are. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is our boss level.
As I try and complete this, we're coming up on time. So, is there anybody that you guys would like to take a shout out to, say thanks to, anything like that? Feel free to do so now.
Yeah, I think just our entire team, they worked so hard through like class work and other things, and it was just really cool to be able to work with my friends and just talented people in general. It was a really fun experience.
Yeah, just the people that aren't here, JonVincent, Evelyn. I had two amazing programmers. Parker did a lot of like the levels and stuff. Yeah, we had a very wonderful team, especially trying to do time management with school and everything. But
yeah, this whole team really was incredible. Some of the stuff that I would just see, like I would give, I drew concept art for the ballerina, and then JonVincent came out with this incredible animation, and I'm just sitting there like, how did you do that?
It really is such a rewarding part of the process of just like seeing somebody work in a discipline that you're not familiar with, and then being like, I didn't even think about this.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that. And then you can face through the floor as well to get to those light switches.
Oh, that's okay. That makes sense. I was like, okay, I know I have to hit these switches, but I don't know how. There we go. All right. Let's see. All right.
Oh, and I believe
awesome.
Our friend Cam also did a lot of the sound effects and such.
I really like the sound effects. They were really like the music, sound effects, all of them like worked really well to help enhance the game's feel. But yeah, I think that's about the time that we have. Thank you so much for coming by to speak with us. And this is the team behind Encore. We will have all these on our website, and we'll be uploading to the VOD for this sometime next week. Stay tuned for our next game, which will be Speed Creators, I believe.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you for asking us.